Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters, and this is the final part for the July Sync Pair Kit reactions for 2024. We've already gone over the summer units, we've gone over the new triple Poke Fairs here, as well as all of the grid expansions and whatnot for all the older characters and EX rolls and whatnot. This video will be covering the 5 new training area, what the hell is it called? The super effective weakness event? I don't fucking remember, dude. And also LOD Kabo. We'll start out with LOD Kabo. I want to go ahead and get this started because this is going to be way too long already, I can tell. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at LOD Kabo. Obviously, he's coming because Kabo is going to be staying active for about a week and a half once the banner, once LOD Kabo drops. So they're going to, gonna want people to try and go for him. I guess. Sure, whatever. Anyway, looking at Kabo here, at 5 stars, what's he, a support? Yeah, support sync pair, 4-star, fire type of course, and a double support Kabo, I guess. He's got trap, because of fucking course. They want you to run double support Kabo. That's funny. He's got Ember, he's got X defense off for buffing ally defenses, his trainer move, which raises ally special attack by 2, crit by 1, and applying gradual healing to all allies. Definitely not too shabby. Special crit support, plus the healing's nice, and defense ability too. Hit opponent, interference opponent, HP recovery, restoring his HP when attacking a flinch, confused, or trapped opponent. That's pretty solid for the recovery aspect of him. Team pinpoint entry for accuracy buffs is good as well. And I'm bending for defense debuff immunity. Fine. And in the grid, interference immunity, team sharp entry 1, hostile environment, burned opponent attack down, moral support, I guess. Safety tether, natural remedy, turn of NPR, turn of pep rally, sync wall, danger dodge, and panic button. Okay, so he doesn't really have many gauge management abilities, just panic button here when his HP is low enough, and he's already pretty slow, so that's definitely not great. He does have Sync Wall if you want to apply critical hit defense. This means you can run a different lucky skill like Head Start 1, Adrenaline, whatever it may be for most situations. The first time Sync was used, so it doesn't apply to the whole battle, of course, but, any shorter battles probably be good for over Vigilance. Pep Rally, speed. Okay, well, he also does have Pep Rally on the trainer move, so yeah, my bad for forgetting that, right? Which, that's good, right? So he does have some decent gauge management, plus the ability to max out crit and special attack with turn of NPR, endurance alongside moral support and X defense all for buffing his own defenses. The only thing he doesn't have is like immediate healing with like potions, but he does have, of course, the gradual healing and the opponent hit opponent interference HP recovery ability, so he will be able to restore HP that way by a pretty consistent mean. The dodge could be cheesy a little bit. Could try it, and then also he does debuff enemy attack. As a support, being able to debuff stats is not too shabby, and of course this does enhance his physical hit-taking ability. I think he's pretty decent. He's got that 50% chance to burn as well. He looks like he's going to be a very solid support for like Uxie, or just really any legendary arena, honestly, or legendary gauntlet. If you may fight, he's going to have some pretty decent just supportive ability, and also a few gimmick checks with the attack debuffing, the burn, the trap, and also, again, just being a generally decent support. So that's definitely not bad. Not a bad Lodge unit for sure. Definitely you're going to be getting some pretty good usage out of that. Now let's move on to the 5 units we came here for. Wally, Gladion, Marnie, Hugh, and Nimona. So let's go ahead and I guess start with Wally. Wally is a sprint. Yeah, Wally is a sprinting pair. All these are sprint or field. They're 5 stars and not 4 stars, which is a little interesting, but we'll take it. They are freely obtainable by all technicality. I guess it takes some exchanging. I don't know what the rate is and how many tickets we can get on how often of a basis, but we're gonna figure that out when the event comes. And I guess we'll just have to see how good these characters could be. Sure. So his stats look good. Both offenses are good. His defenses are fine. Good enough health, good speed. I mean, this is fine. He doesn't have any X roll. He's got Dark Hat Plus to max out his crit. Trainer move gives -1 sync countdown and +4 to both offenses, which is good. He does not have a good damage dealing option, just Dragon Claw and Dragon Breath. I think he should have gotten something else, like Draco Meteor, or at least Dragon Pulse or something, but sure, I guess. And the trainer move, the sync move, attack power is increased when the enemy is paralyzed. It's nice. He's got Head Start 1 for -1 sync countdown and entry, Hostile Environment 3 for guaranteed paralysis on Dragon Breath, and then debuffing enemy defenses when hitting paralyzed opponents. That's good. So he's got some defense debuffing utility, the sync countdown, of course, from being sprint, and then innate multiplier of paralysis. And on the grid, I don't really think Ferocious Entry is really all that worth it here, but sure, it exists. Overwhelm for attack debuffs, plus trip up 9 here, so you can potentially be debuffing attack and speed, and also special attack down here with Dragon Breath Satisfied Snicker. And again, also the defense and special defense debuffing. So Wally's able to debuff all core stats, which is pretty solid for sure. Healthy healing for a little bit of healing could be good in the gauntlet, I guess. Trying to move Slippery if you feel like fucking fishing for that, dude. Good luck. I feel bad if you want to try, but you could go for some evasion buffs. And trying to move NPR, of course, to help that out. Dark Hat plus Fleet Feet, not really worth going for, but it is a node that he does have. Paralysis Energy, again, not really worth it because the already complete lack of damaging options anyway. Relentless, this is obviously going to be helpful. So he's got 200% in total nuking multipliers, plus, again, the sprint, sprint roll and whatnot. I'm going to guess this event is just their way of giving us free sprint and field characters, just because people probably complain about that. And, of course, it's going to be great in the rally. I mean, just in general, he's got solid abilities. His stuff's focused around paralysis and debuffing, which he does a pretty good job at. He does, of course, have a little bit of sync countdown as well. No DPS option is pretty annoying, but, I mean, what else? I guess it's to be expected, I guess, from a free-to-play character. Overall, though, I think that's mostly what he's just got going for him is the debuffs. That's mostly it. And the paralysis again as well. But it's still not bad. We'll look at Gladeon and Weavile here. They're a Field Ice Sync pair. Offensive stats, 430 attack, 410 special attack. Okay, good speed, solid defenses, good HP all around. Triple Axle, okay, so he's just directly upgrading from his from Silver Sneasel, I guess, right? So if you want to go for double ice, there you go. That's not bad. Could be worse, 100%. Mini Potion all for ally healing, not too shabby. Here we go. Raises an ally's defense, special defense by 2. Applies gradual healing to an ally as well. So he's got that mixed red trainer move, I guess. And I guess that whole mixed red type of system. Or with the trainer moves, right? Mini potions and the trainer move here. And Icy Wind for speed debuffs as well. 3 gauge, whatever. And obviously no innate multiplier, but he does set Ice Zone. He does also have Arctic Arrival, setting Ice Zone on entry. Same as Victor, right? Could be solid, could be helpful. Use move when Ice Zone, team HP recovery 9, restoring ally HP when attacking while in Ice Zone, or when he uses a move in Ice Zone, and then Fortunate Strike for random debuffs from Triple Axle. Random debuffs is nice. Ally HP restoration combined with the ally healing ability from the trainer move and defensive buffing and whatnot, and of course the mini potions too. Gives him some good defensive prowess and potentially being able to debuff offenses as well with Unfortunate Strike, accuracy, whatever else. Could be good for just team survivability. And of course defensive debuffs will be nice for enhancing team damage, special defense as well. Not too shabby. And in the grid, he's got Slowpoke Sync 5, Unfortunate Strike 4, so another node of Unfortunate Strike for faster debuffs, which could be really, really helpful. Chase Down 5, the Sync nodes, Master Healer and Potion NPR stuff, very nice too. Trainer move, whatever this is, buffing an ally, raises the special defense of all ally, the ally Sync pair affected by the move, right? Okay. Just special defense though, no physical defense? Doesn't look like it, I guess. And then Friendly Shield, raises defense. Okay, so there we go. He actually does have both nodes, buffing ally defense and special defense as well. So just faster buffs, right? And Trainer of NPR could be good for giving it to multiple allies, whatever it may be. And of course, keeping that gradual healing too. And then again, both potions are nice too. Slowpoke Sync 5 is the only nuking multiplier he has, so I wouldn't really say it's too worth it, but of course getting the Ice Zone on Sync may be good enough depending on what setup you're trying to run or what you're trying to do. Chase Down is good for an actual multiplier, especially because he does have the easy speed debuffs, so Triple Axle could do quite a bit more damage that way. Just for free-to-play standards, I'm considering he's probably pretty solid. The defensive prowess is nice, the debuffing is nice, and the damage is probably going to be pretty decent too. So, not too shabby for free-to-play standards. Marnie, Field Sync pair as well. In the stats department, she's got 464 special attack, 430 physical attack. They are making these characters mixed, which is pretty interesting to think about. I guess just versatility? I don't know. And the stats are good, right? Not much else to say. She's also got the mini potions, similar to Mix Red and Gladion, right? And her trainer move, raising an ally's attack and special attack by 2 and crit by 1. Solid enough self-sufficiency. She's got Crunch and Focus Blast for DPS options. Focus Blast is pretty damn strong. Crunch needs a little bit more reinforcement, but still also not too shabby either. And of course, she's able to set Dark Zone, of course, with the Field EX roll. Debut Dark Zone, same thing as well. On a roll 9 for guaranteed special defense and physical defense debuffs, and trip up 9 for guaranteed speed debuff. So these characters are very focused on debuffs. All of them are, and I'm gonna guess it's gonna remain that way. So that's good for sure, but just like I'm just noticing that they're all really focused on debuffs for whatever reason. Crunch Defense Crush 4 for faster defensive debuffs. Pinpoint Entry 1 for accuracy. For Focus Blast, you're definitely going to need it. I'm surprised that's not in the base kit, actually. That's kind of crazy. I guess Focus Blast accuracy plus 10 tiles here. Mind Games 4 on Focus Blast for faster special defense debuffs. Slow Opponent Sync 5. Again, probably not really worth going for. It's going to be a pretty underpowered nuke, but again, the main aspect of the nuke is getting the zone effect. At least that's what they're intending, I'm guessing. Sharp Entry 1 for faster crit buffs, Master Healer and Potion NPR, generic stuff. Umbral Acceleration, Umbral Power for actual DPS options as well. Terrify 1 for attack debuffs on entry. Could be potentially helpful for deactivating multipliers or, helping team resistance. I don't think it's, I don't know. It's fine, yeah. I'd say it's good. It's solid enough. I mean, she's got the fast defensive debuffing ability, the speed debuffing as well with Trip Up, as well as, of course, the Dark Zone, right? That's kind of what they're going for. High powered special fighting damage, and then dark damage as well, dark physical damage for defensive debuffs too. So she can work on both sides, debuffing special defense, debuffing physical defense, whatever. And of course, the main potions for team healing, supportive ability, decent enough. Hue and Unfaisant. Run that with Lodge Skyla. We'll see. We'll think about it. He's got Hurricane for a DPS option. Or sorry, looking at the stats first. 440 for special attack is good. All these characters have had roughly the same stats. A little fluctuation here and there, but mostly around the same stats for the most part. Hurricane, 151 base power, targets a single opponent, 30% chance of confusion. X special attack for buffing special attack, let it speed up, raising accuracy and crit by 2 and reducing sync countdown by 1, so he still does want that crit support. Order and Sharp Entry here in the grid. Growl for attack debuffs as well as not too shabby, and of course the more speed is raised, the greater the power of this attack, as always, mostly for sprint characters. He's got Head Start 1, same as Wally. Use status, team special attack down 9, lowering enemy special attack. And then Speed Leech, lowering enemy speed and raising speed when the attack moves successfully against the target. So, again, another debuffer. Attack, special attack, and speed for him. Wally does all of them. Gladion does all of them. Marnie does defense, special defense, and speed. Hugh does attack, special attack, and speed. That's pretty funny to think about. Overall, not too bad, though. Definitely not bad, of course, right? So you can get offensive debuffs is definitely nice. Very, very solid utility for a wide variety of modes. And also being able to buff his own speed as well is pretty nice, I guess. Hurricane Mind Games for special defense debuffs, help out with damage enhancement for himself and the whole team. Trainer move Brain, gain 9, increasing special moves next. Sure, could be good for a relatively high-powered Hurricane to start out with. Trainer move Hit and Heal for gradual healing. Obviously, that healing could be useful in the Gauntlet. Pecking Order and Power Posture, so he does have 200% in total nuking multipliers. Not too shabby, and of course a 30% DPS multiplier here as well, which I think is all he's got, but still Hurricane's a pretty high base power move as is, so he's able to work pretty well off of that 30% multiplier. Probably similar to that of Lodge Skyla, if I want to think about it, right? Because she's got about the same base power, about a worse offensive stat actually, and for DPS damage, I think she's got, Furious Brawn, and of course the physical moves next after the sync move. So realistically, he's actually doing better, which is pretty nuts to think about. That's pretty good though, definitely good for sure. So congratulations to you for having the other Unpheasant and being better than Lodge Skyla, I guess. Use status, P-move stat up 4, raising one of the stat at random when the user's Pokemon uses a status move, so he could get some evasion cheese. So not only is he able to do offensive debuffs, he's also able to potentially buff his evasion, could be good on the gauntlet, and of course could be, could be good for buffing his defenses and whatever else, right? And maxing out his special attack. All good stuff, definitely. And Growl move gauge refresh 9, great gauge management too on his front. Same thing with Rejuvenate 6, I guess. Whatever else it may be. I do like this. This node's going to be really solid for the gauntlet. I'm not going to guarantee, but I'd say probably if you're going to try and run Hugh for, potential evasion hacks. It combined with Trainer Move, Hit, and Heal, right? So he doesn't have really an amazingly consistent form of healing, but he does have the gradual healing that's pretty much always available to him, especially if you try and pick up Trainer Move NPR, so not too shabby. And I guess to finish off, we got Nemona and the Lyn Rock. Sorry if this has been faster, I know it has been, but this is a lot of character kits to go over, and really these are hit reactions anyway, so there's not really too much to think about. I'll probably try to do individual showcases of each of these units when as I obtain them and whatnot, but for the most part, these are just my initial thoughts. I don't really expect too much out of characters that they release to be free to play anyway, but I think these characters do look pretty solid, definitely. Like, I don't think there's any... Would they be top of the top? Probably, honestly. I think they're all good. I think that's all there is to it. For being free, I think they're all pretty good. So we got Lyn Rock and Nemona here. This is our fourth Lyn Rock. We got Kukui, Olivia, and Paulo, right? So now we've got ourselves our second midday Lyn Rock, which is pretty funny to think about. At the stats, 6-star EX, she's got 430 attacks, aim, average defenses, speed stat, HP. All these stats, again, are about the same as pretty much every other sync pair that we've gone over already. Stone Edge for a damaging option, 3-gauge move, 120 power. Stealth Rock for applying damage field. Acela Rock, for whatever reason she has, probably something in here, let's be honest. And then Clinch for the win. Clinch the win. Applies the move gauge acceleration effect to the eye field of play. Raises an ally's attack by 2. Raises an ally's crit by 1. Gauge acceleration is definitely nice. Helps out gauge management. And of course, self-sufficiency and potential team buffing could be good as well, so that's nice. And of course, Rock Zone on the sync move. Debut Rock Zone, as expected. Lifting acceleration, applying gauge acceleration, quickly charging gauge when in Rock Zone. Armor Leech, lowering enemy defense and raising her defense by the same amount when the attack move is successful. Not too shabby. Good defense, potentially good defensive prowess, and obviously good debuffing, right? On top of that, she's also got Overwhelm 9 for attack debuffs, because at this point, may as well just look for the debuffs, because they're going to be in here somewhere. Attack and physical defense debuffs are nice. Staggering 3 on Acela Rock could be clutch, definitely. Acela Rock NPR. Sharp Entry 1 if you want self-sufficiency. Rock Damage Field Power Up. Powering up her moves when in Rock Damage Field, of course. Stealth Rock Brawn Gain. I don't think that's worth picking up, but it does exist. It's a node that is in the game. Physical damage reduction, debut damage reduction physical for applying the physical damage reduction effect on entry. Definitely not too shabby if you want higher defensive prowess to start out with before she's able to do her attack debuffs and whatnot. Rock Zone Sync move up 5, First Aid 4, Lithic Healing. So she's got some good healing ability as well. Definitely not too shabby. Nuke's not great, but that's to be expected at this point. But she does have flinching, and she's got debuffing, and she's got probably some decent power behind her as well. So overall, definitely not bad for our second ever Rock Zone unit behind Diancie, Diantha and Diancie, right? We definitely need another Rock Zone option, 100%. So it's good to have that. Dark didn't really need the help. Ice obviously has Grusha, Eglacion, and Eriott, right? But still, it's good to have that too. But hey, there we go. All 5 of these new units all function about the same. They've all mostly deal with the same thing. That they've got their debuffs, they've got their zone / sync countdown management abilities, depending on which one you have. Some of them have healing. Some of them have, in Wally's case, paralysis. Hugh, he's got confusion, right? So some of these characters are, a little bit different and whatnot, obviously. Duh, being different types and different Pokemon and whatnot, they're going to be different. But for the most part, I think they all kind of function the same. I do like Gladion and Marnie for having the healing ability with their mini potions. Gladion especially for having a lot more defensive utility. Definitely very, very nice. And his debuffs being random is not fantastic, but it could potentially be clutch, especially because he does have 2 nodes of Unfortunate Strike. I do like Gladion quite a bit. But overall, not too bad, especially for being free for sure. So Maybe I'll go into more depth on them later. I'll definitely try and make showcases over them as I obtain them. No promises, but it'll really just depend on, you know, how I guess how I'm feeling at the moment, really, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my thoughts about the final sync pairs of the July data mine. Let me know what you all think down in the comments below. Let me know if there's anyone you're specifically excited for. Of course, you know, we're back, we're here, we're chilling, I guess. I'm not going to guarantee videos every day or anything like that, but I'm going to try my best. I've got to try and stay busy best I can. That's my best way to do what I want to do. Anyway, so yeah. I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Good luck on your summons. Good luck on your skipping. Anniversary is coming up, so of course, you know, being able to save where you can is definitely nice, but of course, you know, a lot of these characters are probably characters that people have been waiting for, you know. Clara, Greta, Avery, you know, a new alt for Acerol is pretty hype for the general public, I believe. A new alt for Gardenia, you know, a character that's never had an alt before is very nice. So overall, I think this data mine probably has something that appeals to at least, you know, well, at least one thing should appeal to you. If not, at the very least, you know, the new units, the new free-to-plays are probably somewhat appetizing. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace out.